welcome to the first episode of Sour Diesel TV.
I'd say episode 0.5. But
Welcome to episode 0.5 of Sour Diesel TV. I'm your host with some, if not the most, Volcano. And we got Black Lodge in-house with us today. They're a cover band from the outskirts and inskirts of Colusa, California. And tonight we have the entire band, all two of them. We have... I should have your last name already.
He's the Lodge Man.
The Log Man.
This is the Log Man. And Bacon, who's
I'm
also...
Bob.
I'm Bob.
Is that really what it is? Log
Yeah,
Man
in Black Lodge, I'm Bob.
Okay. So we got Log Man and Bob. Bob is the alter ego of my bass player extraordinaire and also the in-house producer for Sour Diesel TV. So how you guys doing today?
All
It
right.
is another great hot summer day.
So where the hell did you get a name like Black Lodge?
Well, there was this TV show in the 1990s called Twin Peaks. It had some mini overtones, very complex. It was kind of humorous in a lot of ways. But the Black Lodge was the place where all the souls went to be tormented in that movie, in the TV show.
You feel you have a tormented soul?
So, well, yeah, there's a lot of... with the music we play is generally involving death and pain, so... It all kind of comes together.
So what type of music do you play? I know you do covers, but what you... Top 40?
Covers is a really strong word.
Yeah.
We play renditions.
Yeah.
Renditions?
There are some of them that sound like the song that preceded it, but some of them its own mother wouldn't recognize. So
It's like, that's a Beatles song?
right. Yeah, we could probably get all the members of Faith No More in here and have them listen to our song, and they would.
So you do Faith No More?
No.
Like, you don't do Faith No More.
Yeah, we do one Faith No More song, but you're not going to know it.
Yeah, I'm not going to know it. So
You're not going to know it if you
do
play it
your
right.
own, kind of like Marilyn Manson's
No.
Sweet dreams are made of peace.
No, it's nothing like Marilyn Manson.
No.
But yeah.
And
More
then-
like Sour Diesel's Weed, really.
Okay, those guys are all right. Singer's kind of a dick, but
He's a really humble dick.
He's the kind
he
of
has
dick
to
you
be
know.
humble because he's a little dick. Who plays what in your band?
Mike plays the drums, and
I thought his name was Bob.
Bob.
Bob,
Take two.
What about Bob?
Bob
What
plays
about
the drums.
Bob? Bob plays the drums and the knobs and the sticks. And I play guitars and knobs, and I try to vibrate these things here at the high volume. Into
Careful when
the
you're vibrating these and playing with knobs at the same time, man. It can get you in trouble. Is there any other members of Black Lodge? You guys just two
Not
piece group?
currently.
No.
We're always open for other
We are
options.
looking for musicians.
Right. If anybody knows any hot female bassists
They're
out there,
looking for a
not,
hot female
that are
bassist.
good but not better than me. Oh.
But we do want
That's
you to be a little more.
pretty much any bass player. Bass players are useless cunts.
So how long you guys been together?
Well,
dating
we didn't
pretty
get
steady
yeah.
for-
We've been dating
How long
for-
is Black
We
Lodge?
didn't get married.
Very,
Maybe a year or so. A couple
Yeah, a
years.
year.
I don't know.
couple years. You guys
When
do-
you're in the Black Lodge, time is not the same. It passes differently than outside of the Black Lodge. So it's like a year or so.
So if you were to have to say we could pigeonhole you into a genre, what?
I just say, I mean, rock and roll.
We're the
I mean,
alternative
there's metal-
alternative.
There's metal.
Alternative rock to the
Right.
alternative
There's
rock?
metal influences. There's a lot of punk influences. I mean, at the end of the day, you're basically going to a Nirvana show. You know what I mean?
Nirvana
Except
show.
it's not all Nirvana songs, but it's all presented in the same way that Nirvana would present their music.
Got a little bit of that. I don't want to, for lack of a better term, sloppy kind of.
It's very
loose.
sloppy, loose,
Really
loud,
loose.
and angry, and like out of breath most of the time.
I'd like to see you guys someday.
Right.
We usually open for Sour Diesel. I mean, that's been like most of our shows.
So other than your influences for your music, what other kind of music do you guys listen to aside from?
I listen to anything. I like, well, not anything. There's a lot of things I really don't like. Actually, I'm kind of a nonsense.
Is it easier to say what you don't like?
I do not like. I almost can't say. I don't like modern country music because it's pop music with a twang.
I'm with you.
It's just pop music with a twang. I mean, there's so many degrees of separation between who writes the music and what's performed.
They added a nasally vocal and a slide guitar so that some people could listen to pop music but not admit that they listen to pop
so
music.
you think we're on the cusp of Shania Twain doing a Dr. Dre cover.
Right. they do have country rap out there.
Ring, ding.
And just
She would do it. She would feature him on a verse.
I don't know for sure, but I've heard it.
We do not endorse Cowboy Troy here at Sour TV. I think it's absolutely horrible. It's just my personal opinion.
Right.
But it ain't too great.
I'm not sure I've heard it, and I didn't endorse it.
Yeah, as he said.
I endorse a lot of things.
Okay, but Big and Rich, those guys are like what country's all about.
You know, I kind of like Big and Rich only because it's like that. It's that gluttonous, over the top. Put a bunch of sugar and alcohol in it, and just that.
Yeah, but it's very poppy.
It's extremely poppy. I don't really consider them country, but they're party music, party with the twang. But yeah,
right.
I get you. They're not country.
I did some time with that song. What was that song that came out? It was like a slow one. I can't remember what it was called.
See, I said I like Big and Rich, but I have no idea what.
Something about water.
Oh,
I used to say, I can't believe it's not butter. That's how I used to say it.
Something in the water? No, that's another. That's
it's something
else.
in the water, but I don't know. That song came out when I was in jail, and we watched. So it was like country music channel. It was like 4 songs all freaking day, and so we used to make fun of that stuff all.
But that's just to take it back to the Black Lodge. That's just like in a
butter.
band. I mean, we've got. Well, I mean, I guess technically we've got like 20 songs. We can only play like 5 of them. And Mike doesn't know any of the names of 5 of them. Bob, God damn, I'm the worst. See, I can't be on camera. Bob.
Witness protection program all shot to hell for Bob.
Good luck editing. Good luck editing this one.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
He doesn't know any of the titles to any of the songs anyway. I mean, hey, okay, we're gonna do Hummer. What?
A lot of times I don't know what song he's talking about until he starts it.
Now that's really problematic on the songs.
Kind of sounds like sour.
That's really problematic on the songs that Bob's supposed to start.
I start 2 songs. I start I Am One and
that other one.
With the Angry Chair, right? Angry Chair, and kind of Angry Chair. I still take a cue from you.
Who's saying Angry Chair?
That's an Alice in Chains song.
I knew it.
You might recognize that.
That's horrible that I don't know that.
You might recognize that one if you listen to it a lot. So we do it basically the same way. It's just very, very, very loose and loud.
So you guys play out? You guys do shows?
Occasionally, yeah. Yeah, we have to. We have a good time just screwing around. But it's
you guys have any shows coming up?
No, we don't have anything right now.
Looking for members.
Looking for members.
And we don't care what you play. Just show up. We'll figure something out.
Right.
So bring your electric triangle to the auditions.
Right. With triangles, saxophones, conga drums, body parts.
I could play a mean washboard.
I mean, if somebody's got some funny sound they can make with their head or something, we can try to incorporate it. But it shows it might be kind of hard.
Do a washboard with a pencil or something. No offense to any washboard. I don't want anybody going.
Well, you're not technically.
I'm a professional washboard player.
According to the Washboarding Association of America's guidelines, you're not supposed to use a pencil.
Yeah. Washboard Association of America.
It's probably.
So how can people get in contact with you if they want to book you?
Well, we're on Facebook, the Black Lodge.
The Black Lodge, not Black Lodge.
Yes,
the Black Lodge.
That's very important.
So we'd like to touch base on current events here at SDTV. So there's a lot of shit going on Facebook about Bruce Caitlyn Jenner, and a lot of it seems either this side or this side, and yeah.
Well, as my wife said, and it seemed very appropriate to me, plastic surgery makes sense now.
Because nobody was knowing why he was doing it.
When he was still Bruce Jenner and he had plastic surgery, it was like.
Well, it's funny they say that because about 5 years ago, however long ago it was when the Kardashian show came out, I was like, it kind of looks like a woman a little bit. Not going like,
Right.
Save your hate mail. I just thought he looked really feminine.
volcanohate@gmail.com. That's dash hate.
So what's your opinion on the whole matter?
I could fucking care less what somebody does. I mean, I think personally, I think there's a mental illness issue going on there. I can't understand it, so I have to qualify in some way, I guess. But I mean, if people want to do that, I think the worst thing.
Then do you think he's doing this because of his mental illness, or do you just? I think
there's a mental damage or defect at some point that causes it. I mean, I don't know the guy. I can't. That's just a totally general statement. I think, but I don't think that makes it bad. Don't get me wrong, that doesn't make it bad. I think that's not what I'm saying. I think the doctors that do that to people should be lined up and shot.
Wow, that's a pretty strong opinion you got there.
Because they're doing it for
voice my opinion.
they're doing it for money.
Oh yeah, I believe so. The medical industry, it's a corporation.
You know.
What's
So,
your
I don't know how else someone's going to get that change without a doctor doing it, but I think the doctors doing it is no.
Right, but then I think after that you kind of dabble in civil liberties. You know, it's kind of where
Right.
you draw the line. Yeah. Well, what's your take on it, Bob?
If I ain't fucking it, I really don't care what sex it is. I really don't care what he does. And I mean, it's just pretty. Don't you? And I don't know. I haven't even really formed an opinion because I really don't care.
Right.
I don't spend my time on that.
Just go right past
Fuck
that
yeah.
news feed.
I'll say I don't want to see this. I don't mark anything spam or fucking offensive. I don't want to see this shit. So that next time I go through it, because I really don't care, and it's none of my business.
There's a lot of trolls out there. Like Kermit says, it's none of my business.
Well, a lot of times, to me, if you ask me, when there's a news story like that that's prominent like that, what that tells me personally is that there's something going on that needs to be paid attention to, that is being completely blown over by this absolute ridiculous bullshit.
Misdirection.
That's what that tells me.
Misdirection by the media.
So that's what that's.
But I don't pay attention to any of it, so they're not even misdirected. Right. It's like I wasn't even paying attention. I'm not your target, so.
Well, Mark Twain said, "If you read the papers, you're uninformed. If you don't read the papers, you're uninformed, and if you read the papers, you're misinformed." So.
Yeah, I am willfully uninformed.
Either way.
Willfully uninformed, and a lot of us who are informed with yellow journalism, in my opinion.
Right. People operate on outrage for the most part. No matter if you operate on the old paradigm, right or left, Republican, Democrat. They just operate on outrage. They're getting outraged about fucking gay people marriage, and they're getting outraged by big corporations and people with the 1%.
It doesn't matter as long as you're outraged, bro. As long as they keep you outraged about something that doesn't even matter.
Always keep the pot stirred.
I like to get outraged about things that are legitimate. Really, don't get me wrong. I do get outraged. I get outraged on a daily basis, and it's usually because people bring up things like Caitlyn Jenner.
I mean, I care about stuff in the world, but I don't pay attention to what's being told to me.
Well, at the end of the day, what can we do?
Yeah.
I mean, argue with somebody on Facebook. And the funny thing about Facebook is, and things like that, is nobody ever. Well, I've seen it a handful of times, and believe me, I do it way too much.
I've conceded points.
Conversations way too much. And I've seen people, and I've done myself concede points 4 or 5 times. No, I try not to say things I'll have to concede. But
I've done myself a handful of times, and I don't know if your experience has been the same, but in my experience, it's like either they'll shut up,
right,
or they'll go, "Wow, that was cool that you did that." Because I do the same thing. If somebody, if I get in an argument with somebody and they concede, I was like, "Hey,
or
most people get pissed off and just start cussing you out,
right,
or they just fuck this, and they uproot the whole fucking chessboard and walk away."
They
we were
discussing
that
on the
earlier.
floor.
Fuck you, and just.
What more matters to me in that sense is that it's the people that are reading it as much as anything else. And I'm in a number of groups and stuff where I think it's not like I'm just talking to 2 people. I mean, there's like 30, 50, whatever people who are actually reading some of the things I type. And it's more about reaching those people who aren't even putting their input in there. And I think if it's put together properly, I think you could do more to reach them. And then the people who you're arguing with maybe over time may come around. Because like myself, I wasn't born who I am right now. This has developed over time. There's all sorts of things in the past that have changed.
Out of all, just your opinion, out of all these people that are putting these things on the internet, whether it's Bruce Jenner or cops shooting unarmed kids or belittling your kids in front of millions of people,
Shaming, yeah.
These people that are putting that out there, and I'm guilty, but I know the reason behind mine. There's an agenda behind everything. Do you think a lot of them, they have like legitimate agendas, like I want to get the word out? Or are they just looking for attention and trolls and arguments? And
it takes all kinds. I mean, any motivation you want to see is out there.
I think that in a lot of ways, Facebook kills activism in that it gives you a sense of accomplishment when you share something, feeling like you've done something. But sharing,
like you have a soapbox, but that's it, nothing else besides
it's
a
like,
soapbox.
well, this is bad, but I shared it, so I did my part, so I don't really have to actually go do anything. I shared it, I told people about the problem.
And
so
I think
the
the ice bucket challenge is the perfect example of that. Everybody who did the ice bucket was doing that to not as opposed to donating money or something to a cause.
Yeah,
And I think a lot of the higher, you know, the higher profile ones still donated anyway. But it's like, here's my activism. Thank you very much. You know.
I'm gonna pick my nose for cancer.
Right.
And that was more about watch
end of the day.
me dump ice on myself, attention me, rather than
Right, because where does the money come from? It's not like money's going to magically fall out of the sky.
Right, and
because you dumped water on
it's
your
certainly
ice water,
utilizing the viral nature of the internet to get something out there, sure, but each individual person wasn't doing anything except making themselves feel better, ironically, by making themselves not feel very much better.
Another thing I'd like to ask some of our guests here at Sour Diesel TV, some
people call me the Space Cowboy.
Some people call him the gangster love.
Where is your stance on the legalization of medical and/or medicinal marijuana in California?
Well, that's an interesting question, because you have to look at. I mean, you'd have to go back to why marijuana was made illegal in the first place.
I can tell you this.
Because of those dirty
It was
Mexicans.
made illegal at the same time alcohol was made illegal.
Well, I think
it was
that-
separate
wasn't it?
times.
No.
It was 1937
It was
with the
1937.
Marijuana Tax Stamp Act
Right, and they
that
didn't.
effectively eliminated it.
They didn't make. They just didn't make any stamps.
You had to buy a $1 stamp to own your marijuana, and we're not
That's
selling
right.
you
That's
stamps.
right.
Right.
That's right.
So
that's
it wasn't because they didn't want to infringe on
No,
civil
no. That
liberties.
was when they legalized it.
No, that effectively removed it. It was free
I
and
thought
clear.
it was already illegal before
No.
that, and then they made it legal and made a tax.
No, it wasn't illegal. They made it illegal because they couldn't. Because if they said we're going to remove this substance, they would have had a bunch of civil liberty lawyers and stuff attacking them because it's affecting your Bill of
Right,
Rights.
right.
So they didn't illegalize marijuana.
They
You just had to have a stamp to own
Regulate
it,
it.
and we're not going to sell you any
Sell
stamps.
stamps.
Okay. Okay.
So anyway, you have to look back at the beginning of why it was criminalized, first of all, and then look at the results of the criminalization today, and it's fairly obvious to me. When you look at it for why it was made illegal, the reasons, the stated reasons were, I mean, reefer madness, you know, it turns women into sluts, and it makes black men go on murdering rampages, and I don't just say black men. For
It
me,
makes it
that was
okay
the
for a
way
white
they
woman to
presented
take
That was
it.
the way. Right.
One of the things was it makes it
Okay for white
makes a
women to
white
have
woman
sex
think
with
it's
black
okay
women,
to
black
have
men.
sex with a black dude, and that
Right.
just got to be wrong.
And that's got to be wrong. And those are the presented reasons, and that's also. But the reason it was really made illegal was because of the tremendous usage of hemp.
And it was also used to control Mexicans.
Right, and it also, and if you want to get into that, I mean, if you look at Mexico now, the problems in Mexico
Racism.
were largely caused by American policies, but that's
Yeah.
another story. So, actually, it's not. It's kind of just farther down the story. So you look at how it started and why it was made illegal, why it was regulated in the first place, and then you carry that forward, you know, through 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, you know, you get these police forces who spend most of their time chasing weed. You get up to today where it's starting to sort of become legal again, and they're all fighting it. I mean, it's fairly obvious today it's illegal because the police and the government and the prison industry makes so much money off of it. That's why it's illegal today.
Kind of like the pharmacies. Let's not find a cure. Let's put a treat it. Treat it. Don't cure it.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Right.
make money off treating.
Right.
Right, and
Rather
it's
than
and,
getting rid
I
of.
mean they destroy more lives. I mean, what's that? You go after work, you come home and you smoke weed on a joint on your couch. Let's put you in fucking prison and save you. No, that's absolutely ridiculous. They destroy more lives that way than the drug ever would.
I am all for.
And don't get me wrong, it's not totally benign, but please, cost to benefit ratio, it's not even close.
I'm all for killing anything that outlaws civil liberties. So
That's
there's
why when I say to me, it shouldn't be an issue of whether or not marijuana is illegal in California, because it should just be everywhere. So
Right.
The federal needs to just have nothing to do with it.
right.
Well, and it has so many uses outside of just getting stoned that okay, so they kept it illegal to get recreational use, which I don't agree with. There's still a million other things they could do with it. And that's still why it's
Oh yeah,
illegal.
there's tens of thousands of
You
uses.
could replace oil for almost everything you use oil for.
I think that's really what they wanted to get rid of, and so they had to attack the fact that it gets you high. It gets you high. That's what
Right.
they could. Because
They
So
gave
I
it
don't
the
know.
plastic industry, the pharmacy industry.
This
the
gets you high. We
oil
need to get rid of it,
industry.
and it's connected to this, which had nothing to. Because hemp doesn't even get you high. We could have been growing that forever.
Because it
without-
was far more than just one industry.
Yeah.
That was
But I think
behind
that
it all.
that was the goal. They don't really. I don't think that they really care if you're getting high. I really don't think they care because it doesn't. I think that it was all more about this other thing.
Right.
I mean, I think everything should be legal. So yeah, I mean, marijuana should be bottom line. Marijuana, of course, should be legal.
Civil liberties.
There's no, I mean, anyone who argues against that does not understand the idea of being free.
So once again, we're here with Black Lodge. Is there anything you guys want to tell our viewers before we take our dab out?
Don't do 3.
Don't do what?
Don't do 3.
3.
You
I
gotta
know what
try
that
it.
means, but don't do 3. Just do
You got to
2.
try it at least twice.
Well, I mean, try 3 twice, and then believe me, you won't want to do 3.
Whatever it is.
All right. Once again, what's his name? And Bob from Black Lodge.
Logman
That's
and
Logman and Bob from Black
Bob.
Lodge. It's good having you guys. Thanks for coming out. And we'll take our dab. And thanks for watching Sour Diesel TV. Sour to the
Wasn't I
people.
supposed to get a dab? That's why I came here, was to get a dab.
Oh. Sour Diesel's in the building. Can't show his face, but we got Tupac. Yes, he is alive and living in Calusa, California. He's developed vitiligo over the last 20 years. Unfortunately, he caught it from Michael Jackson. His lungs aren't what they used to be.